His name was still there. Same place it had always been. Between two other contacts I barely remembered. I hadn't touched it in weeks, maybe months. But every time I opened my phone, it was there. Like proof that what we had was real, even if it no longer existed. I told myself I wasn't checking for him. I was just scrolling, just killing time. But my thumb always slowed down when I passed his name. Sometimes it stopped. Sometimes it hovered. And sometimes, against my better judgment, I opened the contact just to see it again. Nothing changed. Same photo, same number, same silence. It's strange how someone can go from being the first person you want to tell everything to someone you're not even sure you're allowed to miss. There was no big fight, no dramatic goodbye, no final message that explained everything. One day we were talking, laughing, planning, and then, slowly, the replies got shorter. The pauses got longer, until one day, there was nothing at all. No closure, just absence. I replayed the last conversations more times than I'd like to admit. I analyzed every word, every emoji, every pause between messages. I wondered if I said something wrong, if I should have said something differently, if there was a moment where everything quietly fell apart and I didn't notice. And that's the part no one prepares you for. Not the heartbreak you see in movies, not the dramatic endings, but the quiet confusion of losing someone who didn't officially leave. Someone who just faded. I kept his contact because deleting it felt too final. Like admitting it was really over. As long as his name was still there, part of me believed he could come back. That one day my phone would light up, and I'd see his name again, like nothing ever happened. I imagined that moment more times than I can count, where I'd pretend I wasn't waiting, where I'd take a few seconds before answering, just to prove to myself that I still had control. But the message never came, and slowly, hope turned into habit. I'd wake up and check my phone, not because I expected anything, but because my body was used to it. I'd feel that tiny spark of disappointment every morning, even before I fully opened my eyes. It became routine, like brushing my teeth, like tying my shoes, like checking for someone who was no longer part of my life. People around me didn't really understand. They'd say things like, if he wanted to, he would, or just move on. As if moving on was a switch you could flip. As if detaching from someone was as easy as deleting a contact. But it's not about the contact. It never was. It's about the memories attached to that name. The inside jokes no one else would get. The way he used to text late at night. The sound of his voice. The version of yourself that only existed when you were with him. That's what you're really holding on to. There were moments I almost reached out. Typed a message. Deleted it. Typed again. Deleted it again. I told myself I didn't want to look desperate. That if he wanted to talk, he knew where to find me. Pride fought with longing, and neither of them ever really won. Silence has a way of making you question your worth. You start asking yourself why you weren't enough to stay. Why you were easy to walk away from. Why you were memorable enough to be saved in a phone, but not important enough to be present in someone's life. And that kind of thinking can slowly wear you down. I caught myself checking his social media more than I should have. Looking for signs. Reading into things that probably meant nothing. A photo. A story. A song lyric. Anything that could explain why he disappeared without explanation. But the truth is, sometimes there is no explanation that will ever satisfy you. One night, while staring at his contact again, I realized something uncomfortable. He was still in my phone, but he wasn't showing up for me in any real way. He wasn't calling. He wasn't texting. He wasn't choosing me. And yet, I was still choosing him. Every day. With my thoughts. With my time. With my emotional energy. That realization hurt more than his silence. I started to understand that keeping his contact wasn't harmless. It was a door I refused to close. A reminder that kept reopening a wound that never fully healed. I wasn't preserving a connection. I was prolonging my pain. Still, I didn't delete it right away. Letting go isn't one moment. It's a process. Some days you feel strong. Other days you feel like you're back at the beginning. Healing doesn't move in a straight line. It circles. It pauses. It goes backward before it goes forward again. What changed wasn't my phone. It was me. I stopped checking as often. I filled my days with things that didn't revolve around waiting. I reminded myself that being chosen shouldn't feel like guessing. That love or even interest shouldn't feel like silence. And slowly, the space he left behind started to feel less heavy. One morning, I opened my contacts and his name didn't hurt the way it used to. It was just a name. A reminder of something that had passed, not something I was still hoping for. That's when I knew I was ready. Deleting his contact wasn't dramatic. No tears, no big moment. Just a quiet tap on the screen. But it felt symbolic, like choosing myself over a ghost. Like finally accepting that some people are meant to be memories, not permanent fixtures in your life. If you're watching this and his name is still in your contacts too, I want you to know something. You're not weak for holding on. You're human. You cared. And that matters. But also remember this. Someone can stay in your phone and still not deserve space in your heart. You deserve clarity. You deserve effort. You deserve someone who shows up, not someone you keep checking for. So let me ask you something, honestly. Who is still in your contacts, but no longer in your life? And what would change if you finally let them go? If this story felt familiar, take a moment to like this video. It helps more than you think. Subscribe to the channel if you want more stories like this. Stories that say out loud what so many people feel in silence. And tell me in the comments, what's the hardest part about letting go for you? Sometimes, sharing your story is the first step toward closing a door you've been holding open for far too long.